Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Whatever. What's up, everyone? Alex Johnson here. Welcome into episode 5. Episode 5? Yeah, episode 5 of The Little Johnson Show. Now, I do have a great guest for you once again this week, but before we get to him, I gotta remind you, get on Underdog Fantasy, download their app, underdogfantasy.com, and use promo code YARDSPER. When you use promo code YARDSPER for the first time, make a deposit and get $25 right into your account to use for Best Ball Mania or any of their other contests. So get on Underdog, use promo code YARDSPER. Let's get into this show. My guest today is Luke Sawhook. I'm pumped to have him on, so let's just get right to it. Luke, my man, what is going on? Tell the people where they can find you, everything you're working on. Let's get this thing going.
You can find all my content on Twitter at Luke Sawhook. Check my pinned tweet. Not my pinned tweets, are my bio. There's a link with my website. You can look at all my stuff on there. Portfolio, websites I do stuff for. I do social media for Dynasty Nerds, FTN Network, and Expand the Box Score, and a few others here and there. But yeah, let's do this.
I appreciate you coming on. Tell me your thoughts on Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Are you buying that offense?
Absolutely. The reports out of training camp have not been great, I'm not going to lie. But Joe Burrow, I think he's going to have a huge passing volume role in the offense this season, and I love the weapons there. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd with Joe Mixon out of the backfield with a poor-ish defense. I think they're going to pass the ball a ton this season. I think that Burrow, even if it's not the most efficient at times, is going to be a QB1, and I love this offense. I think they're going to be a really, really good team for fantasy football and for real life. I think that they're going to have a fantastic year for fantasy, especially Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is going to have a breakout rookie season, and I think he's of extreme value right now in drafts.
I'm right with you, man. We know Zach Taylor wants to throw the ball a ton, and with no tight end of consequence, it's going to be Chase, Higgins, and Boyd getting all the targets. Gio Bernard is gone, so I expect Joe Mixon to be much more involved in the passing game, kind of like he showed us last year before he went down. I just love this offense. As long as Burrow is comfortable on that knee, they're going to be one of the highest scoring offenses in the league, and we know what that means for fantasy. Who's a rookie you're convinced will break out in 2021?
So, for me, my biggest rookie I'm bullish on is Najee Harris, running back for the Steelers. I am a Steelers fan, but bias aside, I just think that the volume for Najee is going to be ridiculous. He's my RB9 on the season, which is a bit of a bold claim for a rookie running back. However, the passing work is going to be there, the carries are going to be there, and I think Najee is going to be a locked and loaded stud this season. I love Najee Harris. I think he's talented. The offensive line might not be the best, but the volume is going to be amazing. Volume is king in fantasy, and I think Najee's going to get a lot of it.
Ooh, gonna be a tough year to be a Steelers fan, but I am on the Najee train. Everything's set up perfectly for him to have a big first season. Ben's arm is toast, so we know they're gonna try to run the ball a lot more, and when he does throw the ball, he can't get it down the field as much as he used to be able to either. And I'm not so sure he's gonna have a lot of time behind that offensive line. So I can see a world where Najee Harris is getting dump-off pass after dump-off pass after dump-off pass, and next thing you know, he's got 50 to 60 receptions and 1,500, 1,600 yards from scrimmage. Who's a guy you're stashing in Dynasty and just not ready to give up on yet?
More of a deep stash in Dynasty I'm not ready to give up on yet is Van Jefferson. Last season, Van Jefferson was a rookie. Sean McVay talked him up a lot during Hard Knocks last year. I think he's a really talented player still. He's still getting talked up a bit by Sean McVay. I think if he gets more opportunity and becomes the wide receiver 3 for the Rams, I know they just drafted a wide receiver in the second round this year again, but Van Jefferson I still think is very talented, so I'm stashing him everywhere on my taxi squad still for very cheap.
Yeah, I mean, he was a guy who was drafted in the second round just last year. It's definitely too early for us to give up on him yet. And he's just one injury away from being a starter in one of the league's best passing offenses. So who's one guy in the 5th round or later, after the 5th round, that you are targeting in every single draft?
My favorite by far late run candidate this year is Corey Davis, wide receiver for the New York Jets. He's going in like the 13th round, 12th round, 10th round, somewhere in there. Very, very late pick who was given a huge contract this offseason by the Jets to come in my opinion, be the lead target for that offense. He may not be the best wide receiver one in the world, but he's going to get a lot of targets, and he's being drafted way below where he should be right now, in my opinion. I'm leaving pretty much every single draft with Corey Davis this season.
Man, I wanted it to be Denzel Mims as the wide receiver one there so bad. But that's not looking so good at this point. I do think you're right. I think Davis is going to be the guy on the outside there in that offense. Hopefully he can build on his breakout season in Tennessee last year. Now tell me a little bit about yourself outside of fantasy football. What is something we don't know about you, or something that you're really passionate about?
Outside of fantasy football, I love shoes. I love card collecting, especially sports cards, obviously, and Pokemon as well. Love video games. Love food. Big Disney guy as well. My favorite hobby though right now is probably video games and sports cards collecting. I do a lot of box breaks on Twitter, which is where I get boxes of sports cards, people buy into spots of them, and I open them on a live stream and people get the cards. It's super fun, helps me build my audience, helps me get my some more content out there. I love just sports cards in general because they're super cool to collect, and they're also worth a lot of money, which is fun, obviously. I actually just got a couple really nice Steelers cards off Twitter today. I got a Chase Claypool rookie autograph and a Mean Joe Green autograph, which is super cool. So yeah, those are my favorite hobbies right now, I'd say.
Let's end with this. Give me your boldest prediction for 2021.
And this is the one I've been posting on Twitter everywhere the last few months. What I'm pretty passionate about is I think that Joe Burrow is going to be better than Justin Herbert this season for fantasy football. Not real life, but for fantasy football, I think that Herbert, we see him take a bit of a step back from his rookie year, just with some new offensive coordinator changes and a bit of a lack of weapons, in my opinion, aside from Keenan Allen. But for Joe Burrow, the reason I believe in this take is the same thing I explained earlier. Passing volume mixed with good weapons, mixed with sophomore breakout quarterback seasons that happen all the time, and a big key in those is adding an elite wide receiving weapon. And if Ja'Marr Chase is the prospect that he's touted to be on the field, that's a huge, huge add for Joe Burrow. That being said, I think that he's going to take a really big step forward this season for fantasy, and I think that he's going to finish higher than Justin Herbert. So that's my bold take. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you, Alex, for doing this. Really appreciate it, man. It was a ton of fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Do me a favor. Go follow Luke on Twitter, @LukeSawhook. If you've been watching the show, the outtakes. First take, Luke Sawhook on Twitter, @LukeSawhook. First take, nailed it. Let's go. Follow him. He's a great follow. One of the best, most entertaining follows on there. If you want entertainment and fantasy advice, @LukeSawhook. Yeah, that's right, @LukeSawhook. I can say it, @LukeSawhook. Let's go. Thanks for coming on, Luke. Let's get out of here. Yeah, that's right, @LukeSawhook. I can say it, @LukeSawhook. Let's go. Thanks for coming on, Luke. Let's get out of here. Nailed it. Let's go. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Alex Johnson here. Welcome into episode 5. Episode 5? Yeah, episode 5. My guest today is Luke Sawhook. I appreciate you coming on. Tell me your thoughts on the bench. I appreciate you coming on. Tell me your thoughts on Joe Burrow in the Bengals offense. Ooh, it's gonna be a tough year to be a Steelers fan. But I am on the Najee train. Ooh. Ben's arm is toast, so we know they're gonna try to run the ball a lot more than Ben's arm is toast, so we know they're gonna try to run the ball a lot more. Ben's arm is toast, so we know they're gonna run the ball a lot more. Episode 5? Yeah, episode 5, @LukeSawhook. @LukeSawhook. Yeah, that's right, @LukeSawhook. I can say it, @LukeSawhook. Nailed it, let's go.